Assalamu alaikum girls, please open your books on page number 16. This is your science class. We are studying unit number 3, insects, and we were studying about the structure of insects, how the body parts of insects, and now we are studying about the difference between the insects and the birds. So bees, flies, beetles, all these are insects and they can fly also. They have wings and their wings are attached to the thorax and can fly. See here, the wings are attached to the thorax. This area, thorax, this is also thorax. So the wings are attached to the thorax and they can fly too. Birds and bats fly too, but they are not insects. Insects do not have bones, but birds and insects have bones. Instead, they are supported and protected by a hard coverage called chitin. So, we are talking about the insects. They do not have bones, they do not have, uh, they have wings, but they don't have bones. And their body is supported by and protected by a hard covering which is known as chitin. So ladybird has chitin, this housefly has chitin, and the honeybee also has chitin on the outside of the on the outside the body. So they have chitin outside the body. Why? Allah the they have chitin so that their body is protected. What is chitin? Chitin is a hard covering. And insects have bones? No. But they can fly? Yes. Why? Because they have a hard covering which is known as chitin, and because of this covering they can walk and they can fly, and it is for supporting and it is for protection. Okay, now, friend or enemy, we must think about uh, something we must think about some things about different kind of animals. Some animals are our friends, some of them are our, like, enemies. They are harmful to us. So some of the animals are useful. For example, the cow is useful, it gives us milk. And some of the animals are harmful. For example, lions, they are harmful to us, they can kill us and they can hurt us because they are harmful animals. They are very dangerous. So what kind of animals are insects? Are they friendly, or are they our enemies? Some insects are called pests. Some insects are called pests. They destroy leaves, fruits, and seeds. Others, like flies and mosquitoes, cause diseases. So these animals are known as pests. They all the animals which are harmful to us, they are known as pests. Why? Because they some of the some of the insects, we are talking about insects, some of the insects are called pests. Which insects are called pests? Those insects which are harmful to us are known as pests. They can destroy leaves and they can cause diseases. Locusts, see, locusts can destroy plants and crops. So locust is a pest. Locust is a pest. This is a locust and it is a pest. Okay? Pests are those insects which are harmful to us, which are enemies. And locust is a pest. Why? Because it destroys the plants and crops. And mosquitoes, they are also pests. Why? Because they cause diseases. Do you know any of other insects that are pests? Please think and then tell me after the video. The name of 3 insects which are pests, which can harm us, which are the enemies, which can destroy something or they can cause diseases, any such animals. Some insects like bumblebee and the dung beetle, they are useful to us. So bumblebee is friendly and dung beetle is also friendly. Why? Because they are useful to us. The bumblebee gives us honey. And some insects are called social insects. Why social insects? Because they live in groups and these groups are called colonies. So what is a colony? A colony is a group where insects live together. And in a colony, there can be hundreds or even thousands of insects. How many? There can be hundreds of insects, there can be thousands of insects. So, what did we learn today? We learned that the insects are different from birds. Why? Because the insects do not have bones, but they are similar also. Why? Because they can fly like birds. They have wings also. And we learned that they have an outer covering which is known as chitin, which protects the insects. And some of the insects which are harmful to us, they are our enemies, so they are known as pests. For example, locusts, they destroy plants and crops, and the mosquitoes because they cause diseases. And some insects like the bumblebee and the dung beetle, they are useful to us. And some of the insects which live together in a group, they are known as social insects, and they live in colonies. See, this is a colony in which the honeybee is living, and this is also a colony in which the ants are living. Okay,